and welcome to Thriver TV, the place to break free from narcissistic abuse with quantum tools and understandings. So this week's episode is a Q&A show, and Renee wrote in this question, which was, Melanie, how do we deal with narcissistic smear campaigns? And this is a really important question because smearing is synonymous with narcissistic abuse, and the reason it is because narcissists believe that they're victims. He or she believes that you are a representative of the original wounds that the narcissist experienced, because the narcissist has trapped inner traumas relating to original role models usually, and the narcissist's mind organizes in a maladaptive way around those traumas. So if you've become intimate enough with a narcissist to threaten their emotional fabric, well, then you're the enemy. That's how the narcissist will view you. And narcissists are intensely paranoid. They believe that people are out to get them. So the narcissistic mottos are, know thy enemy, which means that in the early days, they're going to be fact-finding so that they have ammunition stored away if they need to use it later, because it's all about, I have to get you before you can get me. I have to be able to take you out so that you can't destroy me. That's what narcissists deeply feel about other people. Now, for us who are non-narcissists, it's shocking. We can't fathom how someone who we thought loved us and revered us and cherished us, someone who had our back, is capable of such pathological lies and horrendous acts against us. And from a humanity level, we believe that parents or siblings or spouses or lovers or colleagues or bosses that we initially thought that we were connected safely with have got the capacity to do such things. It just doesn't add up in our human model. So, naturally, smearing is a highly intense, charged thing for lots of us. And in the 8 years that I've been helping people recover from narcissistic abuse, this I know profoundly, that if we don't deal with emotion first, it means that things are just going to get worse. And this is my story, which is a lot of people's stories, was that once upon a time I was being smeared horrendously by a narcissist, suffering abuse by proxy, all sorts of outrageous and insane allegations and accusations against me, which authorities were believing, even friends and family were believing. My business reputation was in shatters, my personal reputation was in shatters, and my life was falling apart and disintegrating everywhere I looked. And like a lot of us, I was so energized in this dilemma. I was fighting back. I was trying to expose him. I was trying to make him accountable. I was trying to change people's minds. I was, showing up in traumatized ways, trying to get people and authorities to believe me. And in stark contrast, he was cool, calm, collected, and I looked like the guilty one, and I was just handing him more bullets to shoot me with. It just was not working no matter what I did. Now, when I went through my profound breakdown and awakening experience, there was something I realized. I realized that I didn't have the power to change him or change what he was doing, or even change other people's opinions of me. But I did have the power to change my emotional resonance, my emotional composition. And that's what I did. I tracked the wounds in my body, which were the massive triggers, and found that they all tracked back to origins of persecution at a childhood level in my programming, the fear of persecution at a DNA level, and also a generational level, which was the terror that if I'm persecuted, I'm going to be annihilated, or I'm going to be thrown out of the tribe. Literal survival programs that meant persecution equals death. And I'm not kidding on that. That's how big it was. And I really know that you might be listening to this and you've suffered smear campaigns and you felt that you're going to die as well. It is that bad. Hence why you're so invested in trying to fix it and you're trying to change it. So what I discovered was then I up-leveled those wounds as well as the wounds of feeling incensed and devastated and even enraged about false accusations. I'd suffered a lot of that in childhood, feeling blamed and accused of things that I would never have considered doing. That was playing out hugely for me as well. So that was up levels that I needed to clear out of my body and bring in source replacement to heal that. And when I was able to do all of that, what happened was I became, at the quantum level, a creator of a new experience. And this is how it works. I felt solid and calm inside myself. I felt like I know who I am. I know I'm safe in life and whatever. That's exactly how I felt. And what happened at the quantum level is because I changed my emotional state unconditional on events and what life was doing, I became a quantum creator. And this is what happens. It's quantum law. The field has got to follow your state. And we'd all been brought up to believe that the field creates our state. It's not that at all. When we can create our state independent, non-conditionally, with whatever the field's doing, well, then the field will follow. So when I did that and I became that state, it all started falling apart for him. The smear campaigns fell over. Authorities caught him out. He tripped up. He did the wrong thing and got caught out. People started coming to me in droves, apologizing profoundly for having believed him in the first place and for having turned their back on me. And it even created more powerful connections with those people than what I had even before my up level. So everything was changing in a huge way. So I really want you to understand in relation to the whole smear campaign issues and the problems is that I'm not going to give you practical solutions. People say to me all the time, well, Melanie, how do I deal with that? How do I combat that? How do I expose him? How do I stop it happening? There is no amount of doing that you can do that is going to make up for defunct beingness, because we need to understand that the whole narcissistic experience at a higher evolutionary level is a soul contract. Narcissists are bringing to us our unresolved wounds to make the unconscious conscious so that we can free ourselves to be our highest and our best self. And that's the powerful lesson of narcissistic abuse. So in regard to smearing, if you're not, and some people are with narcissists, they're like, I know who I am, yeah, go for your life, whatever. And seriously, nothing holds up. The narcissist falls apart every time. They can only create and abuse you with your own gaps. That's the only way that they can energetically have any effect in your life. And it's so true. I've seen it happen profoundly with myself and thousands of other people, that when you learn the lesson, the evolutionary lesson, the soul contract is completed. So what that means is the narcissist does not have to be, in your experience, hammering you with your wounds because you've up-leveled. So therefore, everything out there falls apart that was that old order, and a new order is created, which is your up-leveled order, which the narcissist can't operate in. So I really hope that makes sense, because that's how it works. And it works every time, no matter what you're dealing with. Emotion first. Energy, emotion is how we're creating. Emotion first. Then everything out there changes. So if you enjoy my videos, I would love you to like, comment and subscribe and share. And if you haven't as yet accessed my free resources, which is all about how to understand and use quantum tools to up-level yourself, you can do that by clicking on the button that appears on this video. And I would love you to join me in my next 3 Keys to Thriving After Narcissistic Abuse webinar, where you get to apply and experience these profound quantum energetic tools which go into your subconscious, find original wounding, and up-level it beyond narcissistic abuse. So that's it from me to the next video. So keep healing, keep smiling, and keep thriving, because there is nothing else to do. Lots of love. Bye-bye.